Hey, welcome back everybody to A Man, a Van, a Plan. This is episode 5. Well, on our last video, we got our windows in and we got our wiring run. Today, we're going to be working on installing the tug and groove ceiling up on the furring strips. We're also going to be putting in some insulation. Before we get to that, I've got just a couple of cleanup things I got to do. I got to pull this window and switch it. Stay tuned for that. I'll explain why later on. And I got something up on the roof that I got to take care of. I am waiting for my son Michael to get here. He said he's going to come spend the day with his old man and help me out. But while we wait for him, I'm going to get set up. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is I need to reseat this clamp. I put this in off camera the other day. This clamp is for the Starlink internet service. I put it in here the other day. We had a really big rain and it leaked. I was pretty sure it was going to, which is why I didn't put up any of the ceiling yet, but we're going to go ahead and get that dried in. So I'm going to get Michael up on the roof holding a wrench and we're going to get this clamp popped off. All right, next thing on our list is I got to take this window out and flip it around. Any idea why?
If I were to hazard a guess, I would say probably because someone put it in upside down.
I got nobody but myself to blame for this. I raised him. Yes, very good. So, the windows that I used to put in these, they had weep holes both at the bottom and the top, so it didn't matter which way you put these in. These only have weep holes up here on one side, and unknowingly, I put them in towards the top. They have to go in towards the bottom so the water can drain out. After that big rain we had a couple of weeks ago, I came in, and the window was flooded, so it's got to get flipped. You got a, what's the Mahuzi? Okay, the window's done. Sorry I didn't get you guys any footage of pulling it out, but it wasn't very exciting. I gotta come along later and redo this butyl tape right here, just cut and peel off the excess, but I'll do that later when I don't have Michael. Now we are getting to the ceiling. It's time to put the ceiling in. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. putting in the rest of this tongue and groove ceiling, let's take a moment and talk about today's sponsor, lunch. That's right, lunch. It's the undisputed heavyweight champion of meals. Now, I know breakfast has a great publicist. It's the most important meal of the day. Really? Breakfast shows up before I've had enough coffee to remember if I'm building in standard or metric measurements. Breakfast expects me to make life decisions at 7 in the morning. Eggs, pancakes, coffee, oatmeal, protein smoothie. Pfft, buddy, I'm still trying to remember where I sat down the grinder at the end of work yesterday. And then there's dinner. Dinner's nice, if you've actually accomplished something. The problem with dinner is it has a lot of expectations. It's all like, oh, how was your day? Oh, did you get the project finished? And oh, why is there a pile of miscut tongue and groove sitting in the driveway? Dinner just asks a lot of uncomfortable questions. But lunch? Lunch is your friend. Lunch doesn't judge. Lunch shows up right when you spent 2 hours trying to figure out why the cabinet upper you just built is somehow an inch too long. Lunch doesn't ask how you got into this mess. Lunch simply says, here's some food, let's regroup. Come on now, look at that. Layers, texture, commitment. Breakfast wishes it had this kind of range. Lunch can be whatever you want. A burger, a burrito, leftover pizza, a grilled cheese, soup, tacos, even a gas station coney dog. Today, it's a salad. Because that's what you do in your 5th decade of life. Lunch doesn't care. Lunch believes in second chances. Do you know what happens after lunch? Miracles. With lunch in my belly, I'm suddenly cutting boards perfectly to the 64th of an inch. I stop calling every component that thing, and I remember where I put the screwdriver. Well, one of the screwdrivers. And my cabinets? They slide in like butter. Before lunch, every problem feels impossible. But after lunch, You know what? I can build an epoxy poured live edge slab countertop in 30 minutes. So once again, thank you to today's sponsor. No, not dinner. Lunch. It's the only meal brave enough to arrive right in the middle of your bad decisions and somehow make all of them seem fixable.
Lunch is not responsible for food comas, mustard on your shirt, suddenly believing you can finish the entire van before sunset, buying fries you definitely don't need, or spending 45 minutes discussing where everyone wants to eat before eventually settling on the exact place you suggested in the first place.
Lunch. Making the first half of your day survivable, and giving the second half a fighting chance. And now, back to our ceiling install. All right, everybody. Well, that's where we're going to wrap it up for the day. We got the ceiling in, and we got all the electric run for the lights, which I'm super happy about. Off camera, we also got the subfloor glued in today. We've got a bunch of heavy stuff on it today. It's going to sit here overnight to help it glue down. But I just want to say big thanks to Michael for coming and helping out and spending the day with his old man. It's always good to see him, and it's good to do a project with him. I'd never tell this to him to his face, but I miss him when he's not around. Thanks a lot for coming, guys. You want to tell the people goodbye?
People, goodbye.
Bye, people. See you on the next one. Get out there, keep building. You know what? I can pour. You know what? I can pour a build. You know what? I can build an epoxy poured live. You know what? I can pour an epoxy-built live edge slab. No, God bless it. Hey guys, welcome back to A Man, a Van, a Plan. Well, I got a busy weekend. Nope. You're not gonna do it, are you?
I thought I was being a smartass. This is the best way to do it.
You know what? I can build a epoxy pour. Oh my God.